It's not like I was a ultra networker, but the result of connecting with Thomas and the community from a financial standpoint was we did $220,000 cash collected. So it's not revenue, that's in profit. That's how much money Thomas and I generated together and utilizing the community. Kind of funny, like if I paid Thomas $200,000 to join the community, I'd get a fat ROI. Well, my name is Mitch Wiggins. I'm from Canada and I'm living here in Medellin. I started a YouTube channel called Mitch Manly, and that channel has close to 1 million followers right now, so that's obviously a pretty cool achievement. But the thing that I spend most of my time doing now is working on my consulting company. And that company is very successful, very, very strong cash flow. I mean, I think my monthly expenses are like $300, and given how much I make, that is absurd. That's definitely my biggest claim to fame. And yeah, it's like a 7-figure business very easily, mostly profit. My experience before connecting with Thomas and the community is I was really not into networking at all. Like I joke with my friends, I'm like, I think the last networking event I went to was in college or something like that. Like I had been to a few, but I just never liked it. Like nothing really came of it. Whenever I was at a networking thing, before connecting with Thomas and the community, I would always ask myself, like, what is this for? Like, what actually happened here? And the answer was almost always nothing. I would just come home and it was fine, but I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, I don't particularly enjoy it that much, yada, yada, yada. And I thought to myself, oh, I'm not a networking guy. I don't really like meeting people. I don't know, maybe I'm antisocial or something. I don't know, these were thoughts that were going through my mind. But the thing that I learned was that's kind of all BS, to be honest with you, because I think it has a lot more to do with the kind of people you're connecting with. Because I know there's some of you watching this and you're thinking, oh, I'm kind of like that. Networking is stupid. It's not stupid. It just depends who's at the event, right? So very quickly, I could see that these people are, I guess I could say similar to me, but people I could kind of vibe with, as like cliche as that sounds. Because yeah, at the other networking events, I couldn't really vibe with anyone. It's not like we didn't get along, but there wasn't really much going on. But there was a lot going on when I connected with Thomas and the community. And it's not like I was a ultra networker, but the result of connecting with Thomas and the community from a financial standpoint was we did $220,000 cash collected. So it's not revenue, that's in profit. That's how much money Thomas and I generated together and utilizing the community. Kind of funny, like if I paid Thomas $200,000 to join the community, I'd get a fat ROI still, which is kind of a funny thought, And yeah, I mean, the people are really cool. Like, especially the people who I worked with. Like I still talk with them. I was talking to Noam the other day, actually. He was saying, come out, go hunt. And on my farm, he's like, I got a bow, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like, I wasn't getting that kind of result from like networking in Vancouver or, like places in the USA. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I would chalk that up to Thomas just doing a great job curating the community. Because like I said, it's not really about someone hating networking events. I think it's more about just like curating the right kind of people in the community. So in terms of the kind of people who I've connected with, I remember sitting at a dinner table and the person on my right was telling me how he had purchased some of Pablo Escobar's old houses. And he was telling me all these very unique features of the house, right? Like that's not a normal conversation, right? Like this guy, and I was very interested. And also he's saying, yeah, so this is how to, like I didn't even ask him. He was just like, yeah, so this is how to invest in Medellin. You have to be aware of this, this, and this. So just like, and you could tell like, it wasn't like, he wasn't putting on a show. And I'm sure we all have met people like that. It's like, this dude doesn't have to, he's just communicating his experience, right? So I very directly got like great real estate investing advice from someone who clearly knows what they're talking about. But even on top of that, you can also talk about relationships and dating and our experience with that. And like, it's almost like the way that I would say this, I was around people who just kind of get it, if that makes sense. And it's funny, there was another guy, because I've been doing a little bit of in-person events, and this other guy who I was speaking with, he's like, I think he's done a couple, like over $10 million generated just from talking on a stage. And he's like, yeah, so when you talk on a stage, you want to do this, this, and this. It's like, I'm not even asking. I'm saying, oh, I'm doing public speaking. He's like, oh, I can give you some advice if you want. I'm like, sure. And like, it's good advice. He's not even trying to sell me something. He's just saying, oh yeah, do this. I'm trying to think who else was that. Like, there was another guy who I think owned like 100 houses in like somewhere in Texas or something. Like, it was just like, where am I? So that was just like, that was at one table. There's lots of other tables. I didn't even get a chance to connect with everyone. Like I remember there was another person who I met there, and yeah, they're just like, yeah, like, we own like one of the biggest plastic manufacturing companies here. I'm just like, it's pretty wild. Like I've never experienced that. or at least like, I guess maybe there's some people, they weren't like making it up or something. You could tell they were the real deal, but they're not just obsessed with money either. For me, like I can't just be with someone who's obsessed with money. So yeah, these are all people I could just hang out with if I want to hang out with, or go hunting in the woods too, like a different kind of a person, so. And the last thing I'll say, if I have like a question about anything, like payment processors, we were talking about that, right? Payment processors, camera related, audio related, public speaking, if I want to travel somewhere, invest in real estate, if I want tax advice, it's like I can literally like drop a question into a group chat about anything and I will get a good answer. Like I remember one time I'm like, I need a doctor who can remove earwax because I have earwax in my ear. And the guy's like, this guy's from New York, he's very successful and like, I think it's like medical tech or something. And he's like, oh yeah, I talked to this guy, he's great. Like, it's just like, all right, like, and he's just here the next day, washing my ear out. I'm trying to cover all the bases here. So it's kind of like everything is covered, if that makes sense. Just the people, man, like, it's like, the thing that I love the most though is without just saying the people, because that's kind of vague. And even, because I want to go deeper than just saying, oh, they're like-minded. It's like, if I have a problem, it gets solved. If I have a question, it gets answered. And it's not like a whatever kind of answer, it's a real answer. If I have like a very specific question about Facebook ads, there's a guy in there called like God of Traffic who's like, yeah, I got you covered, dude. It's just like vomits in a very organized way exactly what to do. That's what I love about it. If you're someone who likes networking, then this is like a total no-brainer. I mean, like I can almost guarantee this will be the highest quality of people that you'll connect with, especially given the price point. It's like absurd. Like I know people who charge like, dude, oh my God, like crazy amounts of money for masterminds, like 6 figures like a year just to be in a mastermind, right? But more importantly, it's like if you're kind of someone who maybe like isn't as in love with like networking events, but you want to meet actually cool people who you don't just talk about business with, but you can talk about business with, just like actual friends, like people who are thriving, people who are happy, they feel good in their life. They're like, most of the people who at least for me, most of the people are fairly complete people. No one's perfect, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're not like people, everyone there I feel like has something to offer. And it's like, and it's based on a lot of experience. Like the dude who does $1 million a day in ads, like that guy has something to offer in ads. Or someone who like Constantine, who's done like month-long meditation retreats in India. Like that guy has a lot to offer when it comes to meditating, spirituality. So it's like, I just get a lot of real actual value. And the word value is kind of overused, but like, it's like, no, it's actual value. It's not just like, you're thinking, will I get a financial ROI on whatever Thomas charges? If you have the intention to get a financial ROI, you'll get it. It comes down to intention, right? Just because you're around too many people who are too successful, who are too smart, who are too interesting not to get an ROI. However, if you show up and you're just not talking to anyone and you don't really care, then maybe not. So like, if you want to get an ROI, you can. And that's just financially, right? That's just a very like A plus B equals C answer. But other than that, it's like you're also getting like I hate using cliche words, like a community and like a network, but you do, but it's like a good community of people who care about you. I've never felt like someone wants to get something from me, which is something that I felt in the past, man, especially when my YouTube channel became successful. I've never once felt like that. It's like, I don't know if like Thomas is curating this or whatever, to be honest with you, but it's like, it's people who really want to help you, genuinely want to help you. And they don't have, like, they're not trying to get something in return. It's not like, here's some advice, then they're going to send you an invoice at the end of the night or something. Like, that's just what it is, because that's the kind of people who are there. Join the community. It's kind of like when it comes to investing really anything in life, all you have to look at is the indicators that you'll get an ROI financially or whatever. I can almost guarantee if someone looks at this community, there's gonna be no negative indicators. It's a very logical answer. It's like, just look at the indicators. If it's all there, then do it. What's the number one rule to investing, right? Invest logically, not emotionally. One of my favorite things, it's weird, you're right here. Like when I first connected with Thomas, I liked how I felt like he didn't want to get anything from me. It's more of like an exploration and how can I help you? Or maybe it's something we can do together. It's more like, let's explore, like very casual, calm, cool, collected, not intense at all. It was just very nice to speak with them. And that's why we got along super quickly. And we made things happen. Like we met for like an hour and a half and we're like, all right, let's do this thing. Because it was very easy. So yeah, someone who I felt has my best interest in heart.